On the southeastern coast of China, in Guangdong province, lies a district called Chenghai. It is part of the larger city of Shantou. This place is not famous for ancient temples or towering mountains. Instead, it is known for something that fills the rooms of children all over the world. Chenghai is the toy capital. More specifically, it is the world's largest producer of electronic toys. The air here seems to hum with the energy of creation. It is a place where plastic, circuits, and imagination come together. Millions of toys begin their journey here. They travel across oceans to land in stores in America, Europe, Africa, and beyond. This single district is a critical part of the global supply chain for play. The scale of the operation is hard to comprehend until you are there. Driving through Chenghai, you see factory after factory. These buildings are not small workshops. They are massive structures, some stretching for entire city blocks. Trucks loaded with colorful boxes are a constant sight on the roads. They are heading to the nearby ports, ready to ship their cargo worldwide. The district is home to thousands of toy companies. It is a dense ecosystem of manufacturers, designers, plastic molders, and packaging specialists. Everything needed to make a toy can be found within a few square kilometers. This concentration is what gives Chenghai its power and its title as the Toy City. The importance of Chenghai extends far beyond its physical borders. It is a place where global trends in play are born and manufactured. If a new type of drone or a talking robot becomes popular, it is very likely that it was designed or produced here. Buyers and executives from major international toy companies make regular pilgrimages to Chenghai. They come to see the latest innovations, to place massive orders, and to meet with the people who turn their ideas into reality. The district has become a barometer for the entire toy industry. The health of Chenghai's economy reflects the state of toy sales around the globe. It is a city built on the simple, universal desire for children to play. What makes Chenghai so special is its focus on electronic toys. While other places might make plush animals or wooden blocks, Chenghai excels at things that light up, make noise, and move. This is where you find the remote control cars that race across living room floors. It is where complex robots with smart features are assembled by the thousands. Educational toys that teach coding and science are also a major product. The factories are filled with the sounds of tiny motors whirring and electronic jingles playing. The workers here are not just assembling plastic parts. They are building small machines that will entertain and educate children on the other side of the world. This specialization has made Chenghai an undisputed leader in a very specific and very profitable part of the market. The story of Chenghai's toy industry did not begin with giant factories. It started much smaller in the 1980s and 1990s. At that time, China was opening its economy to the world. People in Chenghai, who had a long tradition of craftsmanship, saw an opportunity. They began with small, family-run workshops. Many of these were located right inside their homes. They started by making simple plastic toys, often copying designs from Hong Kong or Taiwan. These early entrepreneurs worked long hours with basic equipment. They relied on their families and neighbors for labor. It was a time of great risk, but also great potential. They were learning the business from the ground up, one small plastic toy at a time. This early period was characterized by imitation and hard work. The workshops would receive an order, often from a middleman in Hong Kong, and then figure out how to produce it cheaply and quickly. The quality was not always high, but the prices were very low. This attracted more and more international business. As the orders grew, the workshops began to expand. A family might move the operation out of their living room and into a small, rented building. They would buy more machines and hire workers from nearby villages. This organic growth happened all across the district. Small workshops slowly transformed into small factories, and a real industry began to take shape. The turning point came as the factories gained more experience and capital. They were no longer content to just copy other people's designs. They started to invest in their own design teams and their own molding equipment. This allowed them to create unique toys and build their own brands. The focus also shifted from simple plastic toys to more complex electronic ones. This required new skills and new technology, but the factory owners were ambitious. they saw that the future was in toys that could do more. They hired engineers and invested in research and development. The government also supported this growth by building better infrastructure, like roads and ports, which made it easier to export their goods. Today, the landscape is completely different from those early days. The small family workshops have been replaced by thousands of professional factories, some employing thousands of workers. These modern facilities are filled with advanced machinery, from computer-controlled injection molding machines to automated assembly lines. The industry has become a complete ecosystem. There are companies that specialize only in designing toys, others that make the electronic chips, and others that create the colorful packaging. This high level of specialization makes the entire process incredibly efficient. It is a long journey from a small workshop making plastic ducks to a global powerhouse producing sophisticated drones, but it is a journey that Chenghai made in just a few decades. The creation of a new toy in Shanghai is a long and detailed process. It begins not on a factory floor, but in a quiet design office. A team of designers will brainstorm ideas, looking at market trends and what children are currently interested in. They might sketch hundreds of drawings of a new robot or a remote control car. Once they settle on a concept, they create detailed three-dimensional models on a computer. This digital blueprint shows every single part of the toy, from the smallest screw to the main plastic body. This design phase is crucial. It is where the toy's look, features, and function are decided. A good design can be the difference between a bestseller and a failure. Once the design is finalized, the manufacturing process begins. The first step is to create the molds. These are heavy, intricate blocks of steel that are used to shape the plastic parts of the toy. Making a mold is a very precise and expensive process that can take weeks. When the molds are ready, they are placed into large injection molding machines. These machines heat up small plastic pellets until they melt, then inject the liquid plastic into the mold under high pressure. After a few seconds, the plastic cools and hardens. The mold opens, and a perfectly formed part of the toy drops out. This process is repeated thousands of times a day, creating all the plastic pieces needed for assembly. Next comes the assembly line. This is where all the different parts are put together to create the final product. Workers sit at long tables, each person responsible for a specific task. One worker might install the tiny motor in a toy car. The next person might solder the wires to the circuit board. Another might attach the wheels, and another might place the stickers. It is like a carefully choreographed dance, where each step must be done correctly and quickly. For electronic toys, this stage also includes installing the circuit boards, speakers, and lights that give the toy its special features. Quality control inspectors walk the line, checking the toys at each stage to make sure there are no defects. After a toy is fully assembled, it goes through final testing. Every function is checked. Does the car move forward and backward? Do the robot's eyes light up? Does the talking doll say the correct phrases? Only the toys that pass this final inspection are approved. They are then carefully cleaned and placed into their colorful packaging. The boxes are sealed, put into larger shipping cartons, and stacked onto pallets. Forklifts then move these pallets into massive warehouses where they wait to be loaded onto trucks. The trucks will take them to the port where they are loaded into shipping containers for their long journey across the sea to toy stores around the world. The entire cycle, from a simple sketch to a boxed product, is a testament to Chenghai's industrial might. The economic impact of the toy industry on Chenghai is immense. It is the lifeblood of the district. The thousands of factories provide jobs for hundreds of thousands of people, not just from the local area, but from all over China. These jobs range from factory line workers and engineers to designers and international sales managers. Beyond the factories themselves, a whole support economy has grown. There are logistics companies that handle shipping, restaurants that feed the workers, and schools for their children. The city's entire economy revolves around the cycle of making and selling toys. This has brought a level of prosperity to the region that would have been unimaginable a few generations ago. Technology has been a powerful force for change in Chenghai. In the past, production relied heavily on manual labor. Today, many factories are embracing automation. Robots are now used for tasks like painting, welding, and even some assembly. This has improved efficiency and consistency. Technology has also transformed the toys themselves. The simple electronic toys of the past have evolved into smart toys. These toys can connect to the internet, interact with apps on a smartphone, and use artificial intelligence to learn and respond to a child. This constant innovation is key to staying competitive. Factories in Chenghai are always looking for the next technological leap that will create a new must-have toy. To showcase these innovations, Chenghai hosts major international toy fairs. The most important one is the Chenghai International Toys and Gifts Fair. This event attracts thousands of buyers from all over the world. They come to walk through vast exhibition halls filled with the latest creations. It is a chance for factories to show off their new products and secure large orders for the coming year. These fairs are a critical part of the business cycle. They are vibrant, noisy events where deals worth millions of dollars are made. The fairs also reinforce Chenghai's status as the center of the toy universe, a place where the future of play is decided. Chenghai's journey from a collection of small workshops to the world's toy capital is a remarkable story of ambition and adaptation. However, the industry also faces new challenges. There is growing global concern about toy safety and the environmental impact of plastic. In response, factories are investing heavily in safety testing to meet strict international standards. There is also a growing effort to innovate with materials, with some companies exploring the use of recycled plastics and other sustainable options. Chenghai's success was built on its ability to change. By focusing on safety, innovation, and sustainability, this unique city is working to ensure that it will continue to shape how the world's children play for many years.